My BF, 18M, was texting other girls to hook up. I, 19F, need help. Yesterday I received an Instagram DM from a girl saying, "Hi, I thought you should know. Boyfriend has been hitting up girls including myself," and had a screenshot of him saying tryna fuck to her. She said he also called her friend to come hook up. We've been dating for 1 month and it's been such a good month. I had really bad relationship anxiety before him, and I finally found someone I felt so comfortable with, and I pushed past all of my commitment issues and anxiety for this guy. Everything was seriously perfect. When I confronted him about it, he said when he drinks and does party drugs he blacks out, and that's when he was calling these girls to come hook up. In response I said, "Why do you get that fucked up anyway? And why not just call me if you want to have sex?" He said, "I don't know who I am when I'm blacked out like that." He said I'm the best thing that's walked into his life and he really cares about me, and that he really doesn't want to write off this relationship. I really don't want to either, but I don't feel like I have much of a choice when this happens only a month in. I'm just heartbroken and don't want to lose him because our relationship was so good, and I'm afraid I'll have too much relationship anxiety to ever try again. I was so comfortable with him, which is so rare for me. Can someone tell me he's a piece of shit? I know I deserve better and he needs to learn a lesson. But fuck, I don't want to break it off. I miss him so much already. Too long didn't read. Boyfriend of 1 month blacks out and messages other girls asking to hook up. 2 weekends in a row. I need confirmation that I'm making the right choice. Yes, he is a piece of shit and you can do better. There are plenty of good people in this world who won't cheat on you 1 month in. I mean, you're lucky none of these girls agreed to meet him. What happens when he is high and one of the girls he texts decides it's a good idea? Do you really want to be in a relationship that you need to rely on other girls being as nice as these were, because you definitely can't trust your BF, so it's on them to refuse his proposals? He says he only does it when he is high. I seriously doubt he's willing to stop using drugs for a 1 month relationship, so yeah, this is going to keep happening until he finally does cheat. If you do decide to stay with him, I hope you are protecting yourself, because if he is that out of himself when he cheats, he probably won't even use a condom. But the point remains that all of this should not be anything you have to worry about in a relationship. You are 19 and in a relationship for 1 month. This scumbag is just a blip on your map of life. If someone hurts you and makes you question whether the relationship is worth it, then you already have your answer. You don't need to put up with this. There are guys out there who would never act like this, and when they say they care about you, will actually treat you like you are the best thing to happen to them, not just say the words. And not for nothing, him saying he doesn't want to write it off. What the fuck? His actions are causing the problems. He is trying to turn it around on you. Break up. Your heart will heal. Trust me. I'm almost 46 years old and have had my fair share of relationships before finally sticking to finding the one that makes me truly happy and complete, with a man who has never hurt me. All those little hurts of breakups were worth getting to the right guy. 1 month in and he does this. The person you have feelings for is not this guy, and you're starting to see that. Dump his cheating butt. He's a total boss. It's been a month and he's already trying to cheat. Leave before you get more attached and find someone who is at least halfway decent. My girlfriend, 25F, and I, 23F, just broke up this summer and now she's married. Okay, so I was with my ex for almost 4 years. We broke up this June due to family drama with my sister, etc. Anyways, since June we didn't talking, but she did hit me up in August and said she loves me and came to see me. We had sex. She left. We never spoke again. She deleted Facebook a month ago and my gut told me to look for her on Facebook, and 5 hours ago I just found her new account with a new last name, and she is now married to this new woman. I'm broken, I'm hurt, I'm angry, I'm confused, I'd what I feel. I also don't understand how fucked up this is. These past few months I've spent a lot of time praying to God to fix our relationship, thinking we just needed time, not knowing she's probably saying her vows the very moment I pray to God for her. Too long didn't read. Today I realized the world is cruel, but that's life, eh? She's getting married to someone she was with for only a few months. Unless she'd been cheating on you for some time, that's not going to last. Go find someone who you can have a healthy relationship with instead of some whirlwind mess. I bet eventually you'll be grateful it didn't work out. The kind of person who decides to get married after a few months together is generally a bad long-term partner. Marriage is a massive, life-altering commitment, and to treat it as anything less is immature. Same goes for other such milestones like having children, getting pets, etc. To varying degrees, what your ex-GF has shown you is a massive lack of maturity, and that you've more than likely dodged a bullet. Your ex is just going to keep speed-running life, unaware or apathetic to the whirlwind it leaves in her wake. This happened to my friend as well. Her ex left her and within a few months was engaged to this random chick. Yeah. Turns out moving fast has its drawbacks. The random girl ended up leaving the ex for a man. SMH. Turns out knowing someone is a thing, and it's valuable. It sucks, but I'm sure she's not in for as smooth a ride as she hopes. Meanwhile, you can start spending your attention on things that are right for you, and that actually deserve it. Take the fall to rebuild a stronger, more true to you perspective. No, it sucks now, so hugs. Was she always that impulsive? Wow, that was a short time. Those marriages are often not long-lasting because the partner don't know the other one well. It's better to wait at least 1 year before marriage, I believe. This is easier said than done. You're better off without a girl. I've been there once. It hurts, I know, but soon your heart will be repaired from this. My 30F boyfriend, 31M, is sharing our bed with his mom, 54F, and I'm uncomfortable with it. I've talked to my boyfriend before about his mom having inappropriate boundaries, and he's aware. She seems to treat him as a stand-in for my boyfriend's father. They are divorced. She will ask my boyfriend to buy her expensive jewelry/gifts like perfume or purses. She insists that he calls her once a week minimum, which in and of itself doesn't bother me, but one time I was on the call with him and she answered while naked in the shower. Then talked about how she was lonely and wished she had someone. She even constantly refers to my boyfriend by her ex-husband's name, accidentally. She also constantly gushes about how good looking he is. Oh, you're just so handsome. I do like this woman personally. We have spent time one-on-one and we get along really well. I'd like to have a good relationship with my boyfriend's mother. However, I am not happy with how she acts in ways that I perceive to be inappropriate with her son, though, or how some of our conversations seem to pry into our intimate life together. She casually asked about what I thought about his body, for example. Last week she announced that she would be coming by his place for the week without asking ahead of time what his plans would be. He was very annoyed by this. I told him he should tell her to ask ahead of time, so he called her. When he returned, not only had been too afraid of hurting her feelings to say anything, he announced she would be staying in the studio apartment in our bed with him, more or less hinting I needed to stay somewhere else while she was there. I said, if she comes again without asking ahead of time or finding her own place to stay, this is going to be a problem. You will need to speak up. I don't mind getting out of the space while she's in town as she's a conservative woman. The bed thing is a little too weird for me though. He somewhat agreed, but he then said it was a big bed so not a big deal. To me, this seems totally inappropriate. I wanted to discuss it more, but I was really afraid of offending him since this is obviously a sensitive subject. So I let the conversation end there so I could think about it more. Too long didn't read. My boyfriend's mother has inappropriate boundaries with her son and she announced to him that she would be coming to sleep in our bed with him without even asking ahead of time. Am I wrong for seeing this as inappropriate? And if it does sound inappropriate, how do I talk to him about it? Kind of sounds like an emotionally incest relation with the mother. Yeah, that's definitely not normal behavior for your boyfriend and the mother. In situations like this it's best to isolate the boyfriend and have a heart-to-heart. What's harmful is his infantile/codependent relationship with his mother. Wait a minute. Do you share this apartment with your boyfriend? As in, do you contribute to the rent/mortgage and live there full time? Or do you stay a few nights a week? If it's the former situation, you are being way too complacent about being willing to not be there when his mum visits. In either situation, the whole implied incest thing is really, Really weird. Does your boyfriend think this too, or has he been brought up to think that his mum's actions are normal? Cause they're really not. It's time he started setting some reasonable boundaries, and the boundary in this case should be for his mother to sleep on a spare bed, or the couch, or in a hotel room. I live here full time. I'm in between jobs because of COVID, so no rent at the moment, but I help with groceries, cooking, cleaning, etc. She's aware we live together. It's a very new living situation though. I've never lived with a partner before either, so it's very new to me. I guess because I can't contribute as much at the moment, it feels less like it's my space despite constant reassurance from him. It's another story entirely, but could provide some explanation to you why I'm being complacent in this situation. It's a studio apartment, meaning it's one giant room, one couch, etc. No spare beds or privacy. She is bad with money and probably couldn't afford a hotel room, to be totally honest. So mom is kicking girlfriend out of the shared bed? Have you said that out loud to him so he hears how strange that is? This is all really creepy. I would not agree to stay somewhere else. That's your home. You have a right to be there. What does her being conservative have to do with it? It's your home. Just be direct. Tell him it's inappropriate and he needs to have boundaries or go to a therapist. Yeah, that shit is weird. If I was in the same situation, I would have let my mom sleep in the bed and I would have slept in the other room or on the couch. Weird stuff.